Bangabandhu Satellite 2 to be launched before expiry of Bangabandhu 1, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina tells Parliament. Drive against drug and militancy to continue, asserts Prime Minister. Historic Trump-Kim summit to be held at Capella Hotel in Singapore's Sentosa Island. And Bangladesh women cricket team beat India by 7 wickets in Asia Cup Women's T20. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the news at 10 p.m. This is Asif Rahman with the news in BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre.
And I'm Shamim Khan, welcoming you all. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details. The national budget for fiscal 2018-19 will be placed at the Jatiya Sangsad tomorrow. This will be the country's 47th budget and the 19th of the Awami League government. The Finance Minister will start placing the budget at 12:30 p.m. He will be the first Finance Minister to place the national budget for the 10th time in a row since 2009. The Finance Minister has already hinted that the budget size for the next fiscal year would be about 4.60 lakh crore taka, as the fiscal outlay would keep a provision for financing some ongoing mega projects, while it would make increased allocation for new development projects in the coming fiscal. Abul Mal Abdul Muhit said the next budget will be more people-friendly, as tax-free income limit for individuals to rise social safety net will expand further and corporate tax will be reduced. Like the previous year, the budget this year too will be presented on PowerPoint, and all the fiscal documents will be made available on the website of the Finance Division, www.mof.gov.bd. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said Bangladesh would launch its second satellite in space much ahead of the expiry of Bangabandhu 1. The Prime Minister said this in reply to a question during Prime Minister's question-answer session in the Parliament today. She said her government is taking preparations from now to launch Bangabandhu 2 so that the second satellite becomes operational before 15-year expiry time of Bangabandhu 1. The Prime Minister informed the Parliament that the government would certainly continue research in space technology and make best efforts to cope with any new technology in future. Laying importance on space technology, the Prime Minister said such research is very crucial for development of science and technology, disaster management as well as agriculture. She said, adding, every part of the country which is now out of internet service would come under the satellite network. She said the slot of the satellite has been hired from Sputnik of Russia. All SAARC countries and Indonesia, Philippines, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan will be able to use the satellite as its location covers the space of these countries, she said. Bangabandhu 1 has already been settled in its orbit and started giving signals. It will take more time to receive clear footage through the satellite, the Prime Minister said. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina hosted an iftar mahfil for the lawyers. Lawyers from across the country attended the iftar at Ganon Bhavan. The Prime Minister went round different tables set for the guests, exchanged pleasantries with them and inquired about their well-being. Earlier, the newly elected office bearers of Supreme Court Bar Association, Bangladesh Bar Council, Dhaka District Bar Association, Rajshahi District Bar Association, Sylhet District Bar Association, Ghazipur District Bar Association, Dinajpur District Bar Association, Shoriatpur District Bar Association, Lal Muniha District Bar Association greeted the Prime Minister by presenting bouquets. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, while speaking at the Iftar Mahfil, said her government's policy and ideology is to ensure people's welfare and prosperity of the country. She said Bangladesh is progressing under the present government and the trend should continue. Sheikh Hasina said all have to be united to get win in the next election. She also said that drives against drugs, terrorism and militancy will continue. Before the iftar, a special munajat was offered, seeking continued peace, progress and prosperity of the nation. Prayers were also offered, seeking eternal peace of the departed souls of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and other martyrs of the August 15 carnage and the martyrs of the Liberation War, as well as long life and good health of the Prime Minister.
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina leaves Dhaka tomorrow on a 4-day visit to Canada to attend the outreach session of G7 summit at the invitation of Canadian counterpart Justin Trudeau. An Emirates flight carrying the Prime Minister and the members of entourage will leave Dhaka tomorrow evening. The Prime Minister will join G7 outreach leaders program on Saturday. She will hold a meeting with Justin Trudeau on Sunday. From Quebec, Sheikh Hasina will return to Toronto on Sunday and exchange views with expatriate Bangladeshis at Hotel Metro in the evening. During the visit, she will hold a meeting with Special Envoy of Canada on Myanmar, Bob Rae. The Prime Minister is expected to return home on 12th June. The outgoing Chief of Bangladesh Air Force, BAF, Chief Air Marshal Abu Esrar, and newly appointed Air Chief, Air Vice Marshal Masihur Zaman Serniabad made courtesy call on Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at her Shanshad Bhavan office in Dhaka today. Prime Minister's Press Secretary Ihsanul Karim said the Prime Minister congratulated the newly appointed Air Chief and appreciated the outgoing Air Chief for his service to Bangladesh Air Force. The Prime Minister discussed with them the vision of a government for development of the Air Force. The Prime Minister expressed her government's firm resolve to build a strong Air Force to cope with the challenges of time. The outgoing Air Chief expressed gratitude to Prime Minister for her support to him during his tenure. Congratulating the new Air Chief, the Prime Minister hoped that Bangladesh Air Force would be more developed under his leadership. Chief Information Commissioner Murtaza Ahmed submitted the annual report 2017 on the Commission to President Mohammad Abdul Hamid at Bangabhavan this afternoon. Information Commissioners Nepal, Chandra Sharkar and Suraya Begum were present on the occasion. After the meeting, President's Press Secretary Jainal Abidin briefed the reporters. During the meeting, the Chief Information Commissioner apprised the President of various aspects of report and activities of the Commission. President Abdul Hamid asked all concerned of the Information Commission to be more active so that people of all strata from the grassroots can get the desired information. The President stressed on executing the Right to Information Act properly to remove corruption significantly from the society. Later, Vice-Chancellor of Jahangirnagar University, Professor Dr. Farzana Islam, called on President Mohammad Abdul Hamid at Bangabhavan. During the meeting, the Vice-Chancellor apprised the President of overall activities of the university. President Abdul Hamid asked the Vice-Chancellor to give priority to the university's research works. Secretaries to the President were also present during the meeting.
A budget help desk has been introduced at the Parliament Bhavan to help the lawmakers in speaking on the budget. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary inaugurated the budget help desk at North West Block in front of Notice Office at the 3rd block of Parliament Bhavan in the capital today. Deputy Speaker Fazle Rabbi Mia, Chief Whip ASM Feroz and Whips Atiur Rahman Atiq, Shahiduzzaman Sharkar and Shahabuddin, Members of Parliament Badrutuza Muhammad Farhad Hussain and Wasika Aisha Khan and Senior Secretary of the Parliament Secretariat Muhammad Abdul Rabb Haladar were present on the occasion. Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary said, Parliament members can collect necessary data and information from the budget help desk before delivering speech at the Parliament. 14-party spokesperson and Health and Family Welfare Minister Mohammad Naseem has said, drive against drug will continue until the target is achieved, as the movement has no connection with politics. He said this at a press conference at the Awami League President's political office in Dhanmondi today. Gano Azadi League President S.K. Sheikh chaired the occasion, attended by Awami League Joint General Secretary Jahangir Govind Nanok, Organizing Secretary Ahmed Hussain, Khalid Mahmood Chaudhry MP, Commerce and Industries Affairs Secretary Abdul Sattar, Shammobadi Dal General Secretary Dilip Borua, and 14-party central leaders. Mohammad Naseem said, BNP has taken resort to falsehood to make the anti-drug drive questionable. He urged all, irrespective of political bias, to stand by the government to make the drive successful. Viewers, now Sehri and Iftar timings for the capital and adjoining areas. Tonight, Sehri ends at 3:38 early in the morning in Dhaka and adjoining areas, while tomorrow's Iftar will be at 6:48 in the evening.
Now, the international news. The much-anticipated meeting between US President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un will take place at a hotel on the Singaporean island of Sentosa, the White House has confirmed. The historic summit is scheduled to take place on 12 June, but many details are still unconfirmed. It will be the first meeting between our North Korean leader and a sitting US president. Mr. Trump said on Tuesday that plans were moving along very nicely. Iran says it has begun work on increasing its uranium enrichment capacity in case its 2015 nuclear agreement with world power collapses. The head of the Iran's Atomic Energy Agency told reporters that it was developing infrastructure to build advanced centrifuges at the Natanz facility. The agency has informed the United Nations of the move, but said it would remain within the rules of the deal. President Donald Trump withdrew the US from the deal with Iran last month.
Now news on sports. Bangladesh beat India by 7 wickets in the Asia Cup Women T20 tournament in Malaysia today. Chasing the victory target of 142 runs, Bangladesh reached their destination for 3 wickets with 2 balls remaining. Shamima Sultana scored 33, while Farzana Haq was unbeaten on 52 and Rumana Ahmed was unbeaten on 42 runs. Earlier, India batted first and scored 141 runs for 7 in the stipulated 20 overs. And now to end the bulletin, a recap of the top stories. Budget for fiscal 2018-2019 to be announced tomorrow. Bangabandhu Satellite 2 to be launched before expiry of Bangabandhu 1, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina tells Parliament. Drive against drug and militancy to continue, asserts Prime Minister. Historic Trump-Kim summit to be held at Capella Hotel in Singapore's Sentosa Island. And Bangladesh women cricket team beat India with 7 wickets in Asia Cup Women's T20.
And that is the end of the bulletin. Our next bulletin will be in Bangladesh.